Look around, we're here in the ghetto here in Detroit, and we were all raised drinking cheap soda pop. We can't afford Pepsi and Coca-Cola like Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And the whole ICP thing, they've been drinking it since they were kids, and they really like it. And then just one time, all of a sudden, they just kind of took it and just threw it on the crowd, threw it on the crowd, and threw it on the crowd, and threw it on the crowd, and they really like it.
We were doing synchronized dancing, and he kept messing up the steps. So I grabbed the 2-liter faygo and I busted him in the head with it. And everybody cheered and everybody loved it, because it didn't make sense. And everybody cheered and everybody loved it, and everybody loved it. And everybody cheered and everybody loved it. And everybody loved it, loved it. And everybody cheered and everybody loved it. And everybody. So I turned around and he whacked me in the face with a 3-liter. Next thing I looked, the club owner was swinging off the balcony with a 2-liter faygo. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. The crowd started throwing faygo. My manager was jumping up and down on a 3-liter. Next thing I looked, the club owner was swinging off the balcony with a 2-liter faygo. The crowd started throwing faygo. My manager was jumping up and down on a 3-liter. The crowd started throwing faygo. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. Doesn't make any sense.
Kids, they just love it. They just cannot get enough faygo cola thrown on them. They just love it. They just faygo cola, 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 cola. Kids, cola. They just kids, they just cola, 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 cola.
If I was to go into your living room, we'd have a problem. We'd have a problem.
Doesn't make any sense.
When you're wearing the makeup, it's not fun, but it's cool. I mean, it's you get into it. It's pretty cool. It's crazy, yeah, crazy, yeah, crazy, yeah. It's crazy, yeah, dude. I don't know, if it wasn't for ICP, faygo wouldn't be half as fresh it is, but we all drank faygo when we were kids. Half as fresh it is, 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 half as fresh it is. We all drank faygo when we were kids. I'm 17 years old.
Favorite beverage. Holds about 302 liters. Ton of pop. See, 69 cents because we have to buy so much of it, eh? Cheap. Ton of pop. Ton of pop. Who like to hide in the back behind their girlfriend. These should reach. These should reach.
It's cold.
I love that, man.
And you get in your car and you're all wet and sticky. I mean, we never thought about it, but I'm sure you should take towels, but we never do.
Yeah, we always forget.
But they don't want to be associated with us in print or anything. They love our money, but they don't like us personally. So I'm used to it.
Are you familiar with them? Are you familiar with them? Are you familiar with them?
Okay, I'm going to tell you 2 things and only 2 things. The first one is make faygo. Make faygo is for family consumption. Have no comment whatsoever.
We're all happy. We're all happy. We're all happy. They're getting rich and we're getting famous, so.
Llamas on your lawn, clothes on your back. Llamas on your lawn, they bring the bucking on. Put his feet still, put his feet still, put his feet still. Sitting front row with the chicken show, so nice. Tractor, you redneck.